Hello there and good morning. Just to let you know, I'll probably produce another video tonight, but I will not be making one tomorrow, Saturday the 23rd of March, but I will be back as usual on Sunday. Now, what an interesting 24 hours we've had. But I have to say that it is quite nice to see now reference in the press to the need for new legislation in order to facilitate anything more than a 54-day extension to the Article 50 process. And this is based on the deadlines now offered by the EU Council, which are that the UK can have a short extension up to the 22nd of May if MPs first vote for Theresa May's Withdrawal Agreement Treaty. This would avoid the need for EU parliamentary elections, as well as giving the PM an extra 54 days to try and get the essential Withdrawal Agreement Bill through to Royal Assent, which in my layman's view would be a very, very tall order indeed, given the probable contents of that bill. And without that bill becoming law before the 22nd of May, her deal collapses and we leave on WTO terms anyway. Or, if MPs once again refuse to accept her deal, then the EU will give the UK a very short extension up until Friday the 12th of April. That's just an extra 2 weeks to give time for our politicians to agree on a way forward. On this, Donald Tusk, the President of the EU Council, said, "April the 12th is a key date in terms of the UK wondering whether to hold European parliamentary elections. If it has not decided to do so by then, the option of a long extension will immediately become impossible." But to get beyond that April the 12th date, Parliament would have to pass new legislation to hold those elections, as the previous EU Elections Act was repealed by the EU Withdrawal Act last year. That would mean that they would have to get their skates on, as they only have 3 weeks to meet that deadline. But remember that these are currently offers from the EU Council. As far as I know, they have not yet been formally taken up. That means that our exiting the EU time and date is still 11 PM on the 29th of March 2019, in 1 week's time. Now, the PM has put a motion forward for this Monday for the House to say it has considered the Brexit statement she made last week. And of course, the First Amendment to that is already in. It's been put forward by Oliver Letwin, Dominic Grieve and Hilary Benn. This one is demanding a vote to be taken on Monday that would start a debate on Wednesday, with Parliament having control of the schedule of business. The first thing they would do, of course, is attempt to order the government to extend the Article 50 process to the 12th of April, to give themselves the 2 weeks breathing space to work out how they would go about putting EU election legislation in place and getting as long an extension to Article 50 as they possibly could. If our parliamentarians vote on Monday to commence that process, then they will be proving beyond any doubt that the UK really is in an EU-dominated post-democratic age, and that our form of universal suffrage is well and truly meaningless to the ordinary person. And as a consequence of such a course of action, I also fully expect the whole of Parliament to descend into total chaos, as egos that far exceed capabilities, with some of them, run rampant. It will not be a pretty sight. This might be a good time for a short prorogation of Parliament, carrying over the necessary no-deal legislation, so keeping order and parliamentary decorum. All I can say is, send a message today and join UKIP. Anyway, what do you think? Please leave a comment below and thank you for watching.